Before any blood test, a simple mistake can completely change the results. That can mean the difference between your doctor reassuring you that everything is fine or sending you for more tests, worrying you unnecessarily, and even prescribing the wrong treatment. And for women over 50, whose bodies naturally go through important changes with age, these mistakes are even more common. That's why today I want to walk you through the 10 most frequent errors older women make before blood tests and how you can avoid them so that your results truly reflect your health. One of the most common errors is eating before a fasting test. Many people think that a piece of fruit, a biscuit, or even just a splash of milk in coffee won't matter, but it does. When a test requires fasting, it usually means 8 to 12 hours of nothing but water. Even a small bite can affect glucose, cholesterol, and triglyceride levels, creating results that don't represent your real state of health. On the other hand, many people arrive for their tests without drinking water, and that's another mistake. Dehydration makes your blood thicker, harder to draw, and sometimes it can even influence kidney function results. Unless your doctor told you otherwise, always drink water before your test. A well-hydrated body gives a clearer picture of what's going on inside. Now, let's think about movement. Some people like to exercise first thing in the morning, even right before heading to the lab. But exercising can temporarily change your results. Enzymes like creatine kinase, blood sugar, and certain hormone levels can spike after a workout. That's why it's best to avoid strenuous physical activity for at least 24 hours before your blood test. The same goes for alcohol. Even one glass of wine the night before can influence liver enzymes, triglycerides, and blood sugar levels. If you want accurate results, it's best to avoid alcohol for at least 48 hours before your test. Smoking also interferes. Lighting a cigarette before you head into the lab might calm your nerves, but nicotine and carbon monoxide can temporarily alter blood oxygen, blood pressure, and even white blood cell counts. If you're a smoker, try not to smoke for at least 2 hours before your blood is drawn. Another hidden trap comes from medications and supplements. Many women take vitamins, minerals, or even hair and nail supplements without realizing that these can interfere with certain results. Biotin, for example, is famous for causing false thyroid readings. That doesn't mean you should stop your medication on your own. Never do that. But it does mean you should always ask your doctor if you need to pause something before your test. Then there's the innocent cup of coffee or tea. Even without sugar or milk, coffee stimulates your metabolism and can affect hormones like cortisol and markers related to digestion and energy. If your test requires fasting, water really is the only safe choice. And let's not forget about stress. Many people feel nervous before a blood test, and that anxiety itself can raise cortisol, blood pressure, and even blood sugar. Arriving early, sitting quietly for a few minutes, and practicing slow breathing can make a real difference. Another detail that's easy to overlook is timing. Some blood markers, especially hormones like cortisol, naturally change depending on the time of day. That's why doctors often schedule blood tests in the morning. Following the recommended time helps ensure the results are meaningful. Finally, one of the most overlooked but important steps: communication. If you're diabetic, hypertensive, or if you tend to faint during blood draws, tell the nurse or technician before they start. Sharing this information doesn't make you a burden. It allows the team to prepare, avoid complications, and make the process safer and more comfortable for you. Blood tests are one of the most powerful tools we have to monitor health, but they only work if we prepare the right way. By avoiding these 10 mistakes, you'll ensure your results reflect your true health and avoid unnecessary stress. So the next time you have a blood test scheduled, remember these small but powerful steps. If you found this helpful, give this video a like, share it with a friend who has a test coming up, and don't forget to subscribe for more practical health tips. And of course, always follow your doctor's guidance because every case is unique.